Tonight I've got the book called The Word Pirates by Susan Cooper, pictures by Stephen Kellogg. The Word Pirates by Susan Cooper, illustrated by Stephen Kellogg. It was early morning on the pirate ships. "Words!" roared Captain Rottenbones. "Bring me fresh words. I need breakfast." Because that was what these pirates ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Words! "Aye, aye, Captain," shouted Fiddleface, the bosom. So he let out the flock of bumblebirds. They were trained to fly over the ocean and steal words fresh off the page the minute the writers wrote them down. Captain Rottenbones ate long, chewy words like anti-disestablishmentarianism. His crew liked short, crunchy words like hop, fib, tuck, pop, and zip with milk. And the bumblebirds snapped up broken bits that fell on the deck. All around the world, the pirates sailed, gobbling up words in every language. Storytellers were heartbroken as the birds peeled words off their pages, ruining tales that would now never be heard or read. But one day, Captain Rottenbones grew greedy. He had learned of a word wizard, a zany New Zealander, whose stories were said to be so wonderful that he knew her words would be extra delicious. He licked his lips. "You hold me hearties," he cried. "Brush up the bumblebirds, we're sailing south." Robert looked over his shoulder, and there was a hippopotamus following him. The word wizard lived on a green headland with her cats and her bouncy poodle Baxter. She was reading her magical words to the children wearing her rainbow wig when the bird swooped down. Suddenly, there were gaps in her story. It should have begun, Robert looked over his shoulder, and there was a hippopotamus following him, but now it said Robert was a hippopotamus. Her story was in tatters. The wizard was furious. So were the children. They ran after the birds and flew to meet the pirates on the beach. "Give us back our words," the children yelled. "Your words are our lunch," the pirates mumbled, with their mouths full. And they gobbled up every last one. "Words were not made for you to eat," the wizard cried. Words are for stories and poems, for friends, for singing, and for dreams. Words are precious things." "We're pirates," shouted Fiddleface. "We steal precious things, and we're hungry." Captain Rottenbones drew out his sword. "I'll fight you," he snarled, "and when I win, we'll eat every word you write." "Never!" thundered the wizard. "Just you watch. A word-spinning pen is mightier than a pilfering pirate sword. Well, that's a big pen. The captain leaped forward, his arm high, but the wizard raised her pen. And out of the pen came all the magic of story. 3, 5, 4, 5, once upon a time, the rabbit hole, huff and puff, and off with his head. On one summer morning, Saturday, let the wild rumpus start. Then the children shout, "The words win!" The pirates were stunned. Their heads were buzzing with stories, with amazing things words could do if you didn't eat them. They stared at the wizard, astonished. The wizard led them on their ship, and with the help from the children and the bumblebird, she sailed it to a faraway island. She put the pirates ashore with a big chest full of surprises. "From this moment on," she said, "you are no longer pilfering pirates. You can be fantabulous farmers and anything else you choose. Just remember, always, words are for imaginations, not for bellies." Then the word wizard sailed all over the 7 seas with her friends, spreading the news that the pirates had been defeated. The storytellers were very much relieved, and ever afterwards the words were safe in books, like this one. While the pirates on their island learned slowly how to read this month's new words: beat, squash, squash. The teacher, Professor Rotten Bones. And ate vegetables. And one day, the youngest pirate picked up a pen. And very carefully began to write.